Hello, welcome to episode 4 of Two Bros in a Pod. I'm your host, Brennan Olin, alongside my co-host, stepbrother, Wyatt Olson. How are you doing?
Doing good. Welcome back, Mountain Faces. We're here. Episode 4.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go. Siri's getting into it too.
Siri. She's always listening.
Always listening.
Yeah, I almost forgot how to do these intros. It's been a while. We missed a week, but that's all right. It was worth it. We were all busy camping, spending time with the family. So,
Yep, and zero service where we were at.
yep.
We heard about that a lot.
Yeah, seriously. I actually kind of enjoy disconnecting like that, but our younger siblings, not so much.
Not
It
so much.
is the end of the world. Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, though. But yeah, before we get into that, we this episode is going to be next Monday, so it's really just a week that we missed. But from here on
Yep.
out, we're going to try and have episodes drop every Monday. So yeah, I look forward to that. But yeah, since the camping trip, we both had some long drives home. Anything crazy happened to you? How's it been going the last couple days?
Uh, let's see. So, got back yesterday. Uh, That drive sucked. I felt like I couldn't stay awake at all. So it was just a drag of a trip and dealt with a little bit of traffic more than I normally do on this trip. So it made it like an hour longer than it normally does. And so it's about 12 hours. And that this trip here was about 13. So it sucked, but made it back and then looked at all the homework that I had to do. And I'm just like, uh, not doing it tonight.
The worst feeling ever. Yeah, you get back from a trip and
Terrible.
all the stuff from real life is awaiting. Yeah,
Yeah,
terrible.
just kind of smacks you in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, I was supposed to do homework tonight and then got stuck at work a little bit longer. And then friends wanted to invite me to tennis. And I'm terrible at tennis,
Did
but
you
I
go?
tried it. I did because I was just like, nah, I can't do this homework. And then I was like, hey, Brendan, you want a podcast like in half an hour so I don't have to do homework?
Oh, gotcha. How did
Yeah.
tennis go?
Oh, terrible, man. I'm so bad. But I like
Yeah.
hyped myself up like I'm okay. And like we were volleying before and oh, it was so bad. It was so
Yeah.
bad.
I probably
Terrible.
would be too. I haven't played in a couple years. Actually,
Same.
funny story. The last time I played tennis was with Julia. We were living in Florida at the time, and we all got the day off of work because there was a hurricane. But where I'm at in Orlando, smack dab in the middle of the state, we hardly ever get affected by it. We might get like really bad wind and rain,
Oh, sure, sure.
but the day they gave us all off for work, it was like a beautiful day. So we were super happy, and we went and played tennis. That's probably the last time I actually played tennis. It's been a couple
Oh,
years.
I thought you were gonna say like you guys started playing on this beautiful day, and then all of a sudden this hurricane comes and hits you guys in the face. That's what I thought was coming.
No, actually, by the end of it, it started to get a little windy, and we could tell it was getting a little darker. But yeah, the whole beginning of the day, it was just perfect outside. So it's really just a nice day off. And
Yeah,
hurricanes down here, it's a thing in Florida to have like hurricane parties because people get the days off from work. And
hurricane parties?
yeah, as long
What?
as you're not, well, there's even people who do it if they're in the path of the hurricane. But as long as you're not in the path, like you get the day off of work and you might lose power, but it's a good reason for people to just get together and hunker down and play
Sure.
some games, be prepared for whatever's going to happen. But yeah,
I
we've
feel
had
like
some
that's
good.
such a Florida thing to say.
It is, yeah. That's something that Floridians don't want other people to know about because it's actually pretty fun.
That's funny.
As long as you're not getting destroyed by the hurricane, that is. That
Yeah,
would
right.
suck.
If you're in Orlando, you're good.
Yeah, most of the time we're pretty good. I think
Yeah.
this last one earlier this year, well, I guess late last year, it was like October, I believe. We had this hurricane, and thankfully the apartment complex I live in, they have like this huge retention pond area. So it's like this huge little valley, and it's just normally grass, but they put it there on purpose. So when we have super hard rainfall, like during a hurricane, all
Hmm.
the runoff water goes in there. It was crazy. It filled up pretty high, but because of that, we didn't have any flooding. So
That's awesome.
the roommates and I, we all had some fun, played some games. May have been some alcohol involved. I don't know, but
Ah, one of those parties.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
I gotcha.
yeah, yeah. It was a
So,
lot of fun.
I mean, let's just jump into what happened to you tonight, or on
Yeah,
your
yeah.
trip, because you said we couldn't talk. We had to record now because you needed to to spill the beans on this. So
Yeah.
the
It's not
floor is
that
yours.
it's not that crazy to be honest, but I figured something crazy happened, might as well wait till the pod. True
Right.
podcasters that we are now. Um yeah, we so for the trip home, we had to take my car cuz Julia's car's been acting up. It's had all sorts of problems. But it's had this one problem where something is drawing the battery and her battery keeps dying. So a couple years ago we had to get a new battery for it, and everything's been fine since then. But as soon as we got home from this trip, Julia went out there to start her car in the morning, go to work, and it was dead. So
Oh
she had to
no.
take my car today. And then after work, we jumped it, got her car running again, and kept it running for a little while. You know, you keep it running, it's supposed to kind of recharge the battery.
Right.
So we're like, all right, let's go get some food. And by the way, it was like 7 o'clock. So we head out to go get some food. We are about to head into this restaurant, and we get out of the car, turn the car off. Julia goes to lock it, and nothing happens. So instantly, the battery was dead. So we're sitting in this restaurant parking lot, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So we didn't eat. We're like, we got to figure this out now. It's getting late. It was drizzling a little bit. So we didn't want to get stuck in a rainstorm.
Right.
But thankfully, our roommate came to the rescue, and he uh, came to help us jump the car again. It took a while for some reason. Like this battery is just so dead. It was not. It was not starting. It took a few tries. He's in there like revving his engine while we're trying to start it. Thankfully, it finally started, and we drove it back home. And yeah, it's dead again. But at least
It's
we made
good.
it back home.
Oh no.
Because everything is closed. Like there's no auto shops open. We could have gone maybe to a AutoZone, but the closest one was like a half hour away, just because
Yeah.
Florida traffic. So we wouldn't have made it on time for that either. So yeah, now we got a dead car in the parking lot. This car has just
Lit.
been a nightmare, dude. Yeah, but yeah, thank God
Man.
we didn't take that to Wisconsin. It never would have made it, so we weren't going to anyway. But
Yeah.
that would have been really bad. Thankfully, our trips
Ah.
were fine.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Dang. You can have a full party in there now. It won't move, so it's all good.
Yeah.
One of those Florida parties.
Yeah, so just ate dinner at like 10 o'clock. Told Wyatt, yeah, we gotta hold off for a bit. I need to eat. So that's been that's been my night.
Oh man. Yeah, that
It's
must have been fun.
and isn't it it's just so funny how my dad's a mechanic and I know nothing,
Mhm.
and I live in Florida and he's in Wisconsin. So like it's just
Yeah.
totally useless. I call him up and he always helps me out, but like I don't know what I'm doing. So moving down here, I definitely realized how awesome it is to have my dad be a mechanic. Because oh my god, like you don't realize how much you need it until something goes wrong with your car, and then it's the worst
Hmm.
trying to find a good place and get it in to get fixed up. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's always at the like least opportune times. Like it's just like at the absolute worst time.
Yeah. Like on your way to work. Thankfully, I was home so Julia could take my car. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's either you're running late to something, something goes wrong, you're on a road trip, something goes wrong, or
Hmm.
you're just like broke, can't afford anything to go
Yeah.
wrong, and bam, car breaks down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dang.
But our trips were good. Unlike you, like I had a partner, so Julia and I could switch off while we were driving, which is nice because it is a
Yeah.
long drive. We leave at
Hmm.
midnight and ended up, so we left midnight when we were going to Wisconsin, and we got to Wisconsin at like 7 p.m. So total, it took like 17 ish hours. And then
Which
this
is good
time,
because normally it's 21, right?
yeah, so the past few times, it always says like 18 when you put it in the GPS,
Yeah.
but usually with traffic and stops,
Mm,
you end up taking 20 to 21.
sure.
And this time we got in 17. And then on the way back, we got in like 16, I think. Um, yeah, we made
Dang.
really good time.
Heck
But
yeah. That's awesome.
yeah, I had to power through. Usually, like I'll take the first shift driving from like midnight until I try to go till the sun comes up, so Julia doesn't have to. Oh man, by like 3 or 4 in the morning, I'm like just dazing off and like, oh god, gotta grab
Yes.
something to drink, keep you awake. Roll down the windows for a second, or I don't know. You gotta do anything to keep your eyes open. Yeah,
Hmm.
kind of
Yeah, how
scary.
does so like when you guys are driving or when you're driving, she's in the passenger seat, she's sleeping during that whole time and like are you able to listen to music, listen to a podcast, or you got to put your earbuds in to do that, or how does that work?
Yeah, different. It's different on each trip. Like I remember the last trip, I had used my earbuds, but this one, she tried to sleep, especially during that first shift from like midnight to whatever. She tried to sleep, except it's really hard to because cars are so uncomfortable. And we had a dog who was like being annoying and wanted to sit on her lap. So
Mm,
that sucked. But yeah, I listened
yeah.
to podcasts, tried to keep it at a low volume, but high enough so I could actually hear it. Because it's like sometimes, like, if it's too low, it's just like a weird background noise and it almost makes you more tired.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
yeah, that's what we do. Try and sleep, and the other one usually listens to music or podcasts. But
Hmm.
yeah, what about you? Are you a music guy or podcast guy?
Um, so I feel like I'm not too much of a podcast guy. Like if I'm listening to someone do that, I'd rather listen to a book than a podcast.
Okay.
And so I listen to, and I feel like it's got to be someone that's like getting into the book a little bit, and not like some dull,
Yeah,
just,
can't be like a monotone person. Has to be
yes,
someone with some energy. Yeah.
yes. And so I'll listen to a book for a little bit until I start dazing and whatnot. And then I'm like, okay, we gotta listen to some upbeat music or something.
We got to throw on
And
Party in the
then,
USA and just jam it out.
yes, that's the number one pick right there.
There you go.
Um, so yeah, I kind of flip back and forth, and then there'll be like a moment in the trip, maybe a half an hour or so, where I don't listen to anything, and I'm just there,
Yeah. That's
and it
like,
sucks.
yeah, that's like the drives where you're all of a sudden you're at your destination, but you don't remember anything for the last like 20 minutes.
Yes.
That type of feeling. Yeah,
The
I
best
feel you.
road trips are when you're not driving and the parents are driving, but everyone is in the van or the vehicle, and you just get to hang out the whole time. Like
Oh
that's the
yeah.
perfect road trip.
Yep. A nice minivan with the TVs. You can watch
With
some
the TV.
movies. Oh yeah.
I feel like when we were kids, like the first couple times that we did that, you would get sick in the car. Like you couldn't watch a movie.
Every single trip, yes. And it still happens to this day. I get
Really?
so I get so car sick if I'm not sitting in the front seat or
Yeah.
driving. So it's terrible. I remember going to all the baseball trips. We'd be driving, and as soon as we'd get out, I'd be like ready to hurl. Oh man.
I'd be like, Brendan, let's watch this movie. Let's watch this movie. And you'd be like, okay, fine. And then we'd watch, and you're like, oh man, I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Yeah. Yep. Still the same thing. I can't look at my phone when I'm riding in a car. I can't read. Like Julia, she read for most of the drive when she was awake. I
Yep.
cannot do it. Like if I'm in a car, if I'm not trying to sleep, I'm looking out the windshield, front windshield. Otherwise I get sick.
Do you take any like pills for that or drug yourself a little bit for that or no?
No, maybe I should, to be honest, but
Yeah.
usually not for car rides. The only time I've ever done that was I took some Dramamine when I went on a cruise,
Mm.
and it did work. I felt like a head rush. I felt like lightheaded, but I didn't feel sick at
Uh,
all. Um,
yeah.
and that boat was rocking. Like we were walking down the hallway trying to get to our room, and we're like bouncing off the walls a little bit. So you
Yeah.
definitely move a lot more than you think.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but the Dramamine worked. It did make me feel a little weird, but I didn't get sick, so it
So
works.
so you get seasick too? I guess
Probably.
motion sickness, seasickness are kind of the same, right? In a
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I bet you it would be the same if I didn't take that Dramamine. I guarantee I would have got sick. Because, like, I remember going to bed and you can still feel, like, while you're laying down, you can still feel the ship moving.
Yep.
We went to the casino one night and it's a closed room, like, no windows. You can't see anything. And everything was moving. I was like, back and forth, back and forth. So I definitely would have got sick if I didn't take Dramamine, but
Yeah.
it was worth it, honestly. I always wanted to go on a cruise. I knew I
Mhm.
would get sick if I didn't have anything, so I made sure to have Dramamine ready. But
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. All you do is eat, drink, hang out with family. It's I don't know. I had a blast. Have you ever
Yeah, I've
done it or
heard
no?
I have not. No, I've heard good things about cruises though, with the exception of that one during COVID that everyone got stuck on it.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that would be terrible.
that yes. Um, but no, I've never been on a cruise. I've been when I played baseball in Boston for summer ball. We had a team in our league that was in Martha's Vineyard, and they were cool trips, but it was like the longest trip because we had to like drive like an hour to the game, and then we'd have to take a ferry. And so I've been on the ferry a couple times, and then we would get there, and it was like the island's so small, and everyone's just on there with their vehicles and whatnot, and so like the traffic is just terrible there. And so it took us a good 40 minutes just to get to the ballpark. And then we'd have our game at like 7, 8 o'clock. It'd get done, late. We would eat at the ballpark after, and then we would, it wasn't any traffic then, but uh, w the ferry was closed for the night. So we'd have to take a
Oh
fishing boat
man.
back.
Oh man.
And I don't get motion sickness or seasickness. So like it was fine with me, but yeah, some of the guys were like, "Whoa."
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Um, I think you'd like a cruise then if you don't get sick, seasick, or motion sick. I think it's a lot of fun. Like they're literally a floating city. Like it's
Mm,
unreal how big the ships are and how much there is to do. Like we went to a comedy show one night. They had like a full theater. We went to an ice skating show. So like we're this is a Caribbean
what?
cruise or whatever.
Yeah.
Um yeah, it was where did we go? We went to the Bahamas actually. So
Okay.
we went to the Bahamas. It was only a 3 day cruise, which is a good thing to do if it's your first time. A nice short
Yeah.
cruise, little weekend cruise. And yeah, Royal Caribbean ship had a whole ice rink, and so
That's
they
wild.
put on a huge show. But isn't it crazy? Just like thinking, I'm on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean, and there's an ice rink, and people are figure skating right now. It's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Would not have thought of that on a cruise.
I know, right? It was so cool. I remember the comedy show was so funny too. And maybe it was just like my type of humor. They were doing like this juggling act, but then they made it funny during it. And Julia and I just were like feeding off of each other. As soon as I'd laugh, she'd laugh. We start looking at each other and we both start dying. We're both crying by the end of the show. It was so funny. Uh, yeah,
Oh man.
I loved it. Um, get food whenever you want. I definitely felt fat afterwards. That's the only downside. But I had a blast. Yeah, I would definitely do it again.
Heck yeah.
So maybe we'll have to plan
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that would be fun. I'm
Yeah.
all for it. I want to do it. And I heard that they're kind of, I mean, depending on what one you're doing, I feel like there's some that I've heard that are relatively inexpensive for a
Yep.
trip.
Yeah, you can definitely find them pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Um yes, that's usually not an issue. And they just have so many things you can do. Like I said, there's people who go just for the casino and they just gamble their whole trip. There's people who go to hang out in the pools and just drink by the pool and sunbathe. You can do that. At the
Yeah.
top, they have like basketball courts. They have like um, this little bungee jumping thing, rock climbing wall. It's crazy. Seriously, it's like a little city.
How many people do you think were on the cruise with you?
Oh man, I have no idea. I know it's thousands, but I can't even
Golly.
can't even give an estimate. I didn't feel too packed though.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was like if you went to the pool area maybe. We didn't go in the pools a whole lot, but other than that, I didn't feel like it was terrible. Definitely busy, but I
Yeah.
could handle it. Some people, like my dad, he would never want to do it. Way too many people for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't see Dan on the cruise.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I don't know if he's scared of cruises or not. I know he's scared to fly, but so that's another reason he
Yes.
wouldn't do it. And there's
I
no
mean, so
cruise.
are you though, right? You don't like flying.
No, I don't. I hate it. But I'm in Florida,
You
so
do
like
it.
yeah, and for cruises, I don't have to fly anywhere.
Right.
That we got a port 45-minute drive away. Dad,
Yeah.
though, there's no cruises coming to Wisconsin.
No.
So he'd have to fly down here, and yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so let's talk about this camping trip, huh?
Yes, let's do
All
it.
right. Yes. So
Where
Whitewater
to
State
begin?
Park. I know, right? Whitewater State Park in Minnesota. It was really
Yeah.
nice. I thought it was really nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't think it was as cool as Wyalusing, where we stayed last year, but
Hmm.
this one was still really cool.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the hiking was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
What what we did, and I know you did a little bit more hiking too. Um, the bathrooms were pretty awesome,
Mm-hmm.
same as last year, so that was good.
Yeah, that's huge. As far as camping goes, like if you get bathrooms that don't have a ton of bugs and showers that don't have a ton of bugs, that's a plus. And this one was pretty
Yes.
good.
Yeah. I think I think the only thing that kind of stunk was um kind of how separated our sites were. And it had nothing to do with how we picked them and whatnot, because like when you looked at a map and you hadn't been there before, it looked like we got three spots that were right
Right.
next to each other.
Yeah.
But in reality, there's like tree line, bush line, and there's another like almost camping site there. So you had to go like all the way around to get
Yeah.
to the two other campsites, um, and then the cabin that we had too was Not even
It
close.
was
We had to
way out
we
of
had to
there. It was like
drive
in a
though.
different city.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was tough because last year it was fun to kind of mess with everyone and just be right next to each other. So
Yeah. And what made it worse is that the surrounding campsites were like open most of the time, or it was people who were
yes.
only staying for like one night and they'd be out of there. So that
Hmm.
really sucked. Yeah, we definitely all could have had like right next to each other, but didn't
Yep.
work out. Yeah. Wasn't too bad though. It was like a 5 minute walk. But the drive was actually longer. But yeah, we just kind of all hung out at the same site. Definitely would have been nice to be right next to each other though. Yeah, your guys' camp
Yeah.
cabin was a haul. That was a way away.
Yeah, we definitely had to drive each time. I mean, we did the walk once there and back, but that was a journey.
That's a one and
And
done.
we saw a snake. Screw that.
Yeah. Uh, Julia would probably hate me, but I feel like I need to say it. We were walking to the bathroom one time, and there's a little path um, that kind of cuts through the woods. It's a little shortcut. I've never seen her so scared in my life. it was it was nighttime, so we're cutting through the weeds, and she's just worried about all the animals and stuff. I don't blame her. I don't get scared at that kind of stuff, but she was terrified. I just feel like, but I get scared at other things, and we'll talk about one later that we had to do, and I was pissing myself.
I think like going back to not last week's episode, but the week before, um, like talking about our top list of things to do. Wyatt's list got 0, and Brennan's list got all of them. But
Yep.
to my defense, I had one. We both were mutual on the hiking, and we did that. It
Yep.
rained a lot, so that stunk. And also we didn't bring the TV like we did last year, so there was no
Oh,
watching TV. And
I
with the service too, we didn't have any like bunny ears or antenna TV. So yep.
yeah. I didn't even think about that. I didn't realize we didn't even bring a TV, but I knew we didn't kayak. Hell yeah, that's
We
a
did not
that's a win
kayak.
for me. But yeah, and then we also didn't play Dungeons and Dragons. So
I
yeah,
know. Yeah, that stunk.
yeah. The weather was
Yeah.
kind of a bummer too. Rained three
Yep.
days out of the 5 that we were there or whatever. But
I think we need to set up like because I think Corey still has Zoom. I think we need to set up a Zoom chat with everyone, and we're going to play Dungeons and Dragons. I
yeah,
think that's how we're going to do it.
it'll be like the COVID days where we were all
Yeah.
every Sunday night connecting and playing games.
Yep. Game
Yeah,
night.
we'll have to do that again.
Yeah. We'll have to bring that back.
Yeah. Yeah, other than that, I had a lot of fun. We played one that I left off my list was playing bags or cornhole.
Mm,
That's
yep.
a that should have been like number 1 for me. I love playing it. We got to do a lot of that. But
Yep.
really it was just that and hiking, kind of hanging out, taking it easy. So it's still good. And
Yeah.
like you said, the hikes were pretty awesome. So it's like pretty
Hmm.
close to the Wisconsin Minnesota border, the La Crosse area, and everybody talks about the bluffs in La Crosse. So like really cool hike. Kind of reminded me of Devil's Lake. I've only been there once, but
Hmm.
you get a pretty high hike and high view, and that was really cool. And the
I've
whole
still
crew
never
went.
been there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Nope. I haven't been there yet.
Interesting. Yeah, you should go. I've been there a couple times, I think. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Cool hiking paths. But yeah, this one we had the whole crew going. Minus Gabe, she didn't want to. Don't blame her. It was kind of hot and it was a long hike, but
Yeah. Yeah. Gabe is not a hiking type or outdoorsy type
yeah, not
person
not very
whatsoever.
outdoorsy. Yeah.
No. And so she was she was sleeping at the time, and we were all kind of looking at each other like, okay, who's gonna wake up Gabe to ask if she wants to go hiking with us? And everyone looks at each other, and we're like, let's just leave her with the dog.
Yeah. She was probably most affected by the no service thing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Elliot, or who we call Gus, he, speaking of Gus,
Oh, yes.
I feel like Gus was like, he was the MVP of the trip, but he was also the most valuable whiner as well because everything, like, he whined about everything he did.
I got there and he was like hating his life. It was so funny. Never seen a person so like stressed out and annoyed at having the week off and just being out in the outdoors. He was like he was a little playful about it too. It wasn't all 100% serious, but it was so funny.
No, no, yeah. He made a joking, or he made a comment joking about like, I never get to pick where we go. I never get to pick where I sleep. I never get to pick where we have service at. I never get to pick anything. Everyone just picks for me. It's so stupid. I hate my life.
And then the funniest part is Elliot's pretty big. How tall you think he is?
I think he's 6'3".
6'3". Like he's a big dude, and he
Yeah.
got put in this teepee tent. And this teepee tent only has enough room for like one air mattress, and that's it. And he gets stuck in there. That's 2 years in a row now, but we
Yeah,
love
so
it.
his girlfriend Kayla, I guess her family does a lot of like cabin camping and has a cabin somewhere up in northern Wisconsin. And so she's really big on wanting to be in the TP tent and wanting to not be in the cabin like she does with her family and doing something different. And Elliot's just like, I hate this. I hate the TV.
Yep, he
So
despised the teepee,
yeah, he's not a fan.
but I don't blame him because all of us ended up feeling that way about halfway through the trip. Oh my god, I had the worst nights of sleep ever. The first 2 nights, it was
Yeah,
terrible. Um,
yeah,
we were in a pretty big tent. It was nice. We had a nice air mattress too, but it one night it was raining and the whole night I just felt wet. There wasn't actually any water coming into the tent, but sitting on the air mattress and having the sheets up, I just felt wet the whole night. It was terrible. And I couldn't get comfy. I was too hot and then I was too cold. Didn't sleep at all. And then the second night, pretty much the same thing. But yeah, it was not fun.
no, no. I mean, yeah, that was a struggle for everyone on the trip. I feel like no one got much sleep, and
Yeah.
yeah, with the storms,
And
it
even
was a little tough.
yeah, and even you too in the cabin because we ended up in the cabin after you, and I feel your pain there too. Still better than the tents, but it
Yeah,
was
oh
still
yeah,
a struggle
yeah,
too.
yeah. I'm not gonna complain about my stay because I was in the cabin and not in the
Yeah,
tent.
yeah,
But yeah, it did get hot in there.
oh yeah.
So
So
you guys felt that.
yep, the first night we were in the cabin, it was beautiful because it had rained that day, so it was kind of cool in there, and I slept
Hmm.
perfectly. But then the second night, it was hot all day, and that cabin was like a sauna. It was not fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have any air conditioning in there. It's got a ceiling fan.
Yeah.
And so when it gets hot in there, and that you can open up the windows too. It's got all the windows are screened in, but when that ceiling fan's going and it's hot out, it's just kind of moving around hot air. So
Hmm.
yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, definitely was tossing and turning in there too.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're talking a lot about the downsides, but
Yeah,
overall,
yeah.
it was a lot of fun getting to
It was.
have everybody together, just enjoying each other's company, you know?
Yeah, and going back to our list from last week, uh, I felt like, and something I wasn't even thinking about when I did my list, but like the bringing back old times and talking about the good old days in the camp or by the campfire. That was good. We had a night of doing that. That was pretty great.
Yep. One funny moment I remember, we were playing catchphrase, so and we had the whole group. Everybody was there. Um,
Yep.
the funniest part to all of us was it was getting a little darker. We were around the campfire. Every time it got to my dad, he's like, "I can't see this." He's holding it right up to his face. He can't see anything. So every time it got to him, the timer would expire, and everybody on his team would be pissed off. But oh man, it was so funny. But then
It
eventually
was.
he got his staple, his headlamp, and he was using that.
Yeah. I love the headlamps.
That's Dan's outfit. He wears khaki shorts, a t-shirt, his work boots, and the
Yep.
headlamp.
Hey, he was throwing on some Skechers during the trip. That was good.
Oh yeah. I'm actually glad he didn't use his hiking shoes because I was able to steal them from him and take them.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course you fit in the same size shoe as him.
Yeah. We're like all identical. My brother and my dad and I, we're all like the exact same height. So my dad's shrinking a little bit. I think I'm taller than him now. He said he was 5'10". He's definitely not 5'10" anymore.
You don't think so?
No, not even close. I'm like I'm 5'9" and like 5'9" 3/4, and
Yeah.
I'm taller than him. I think I'm taller than Nick too. So we're all very short
Yeah.
especially compared to you and Elliot.
Yeah. Yeah. Gus is definitely up there in his height for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, the hike was pretty cool. We got to see like this little cave mountain thingy. I don't even know what to call it. I can't remember what it was called.
Um, yeah, I don't remember what it was called either, but yeah, it did have a name. Yeah.
Yeah, if I see like this little space that I can crawl into, I'm gonna crawl into it, even though I'm a little scared of enclosed spaces. But this one was cool. You could crawl through, and then there was a hole on the other side. You could just see off the cliff. So
Hmm.
that one was really cool. Um, a lot of really cool views. If you haven't checked out our Instagram, we posted a couple funny pictures on there.
I found a walking stick.
Yep. Wyatt's walking stick took it everywhere. It was perfect, honestly. I think someone
It
before
was.
you had to have been using that for the same thing.
Yeah, I think Julia got a couple good videos of me in the walking stick.
Yeah, she definitely does. I was looking through my phone, watching them, watching you be a weirdo trying to walk up this mountain.
That was
Yeah,
great.
we'll have to post more stuff on Instagram showing everybody. Got a lot of good
Yes,
videos. But
we sure did.
Julia also is going to make a video on her YouTube channel as well. It's probably going to take a while to put everything together, but as soon as that's done, we'll definitely let everybody know. Check it out.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of fun. But once you left, so you did the kind of the same thing. You left about halfway through. Um,
Yep.
we the next day we went to this fire tower. It's very close to where we hiked the first day, but basically what it is you hike up to the top of this mountain, and then there's this really old fire tower, and they basically what it is people back in the day, I think like it's been decommissioned, like they don't use it anymore. That happened like almost 100 years ago, but it's this really old tower, and they used to use it so they could watch for forest fires and stuff.
Sure.
So it's on the top of this cliff. There's 600 something steps to get up there. And then you got to walk up this stupid fire tower. Oh my God. I was terrified. I thought I was going to be perfectly fine. Um, so I walked up the first, like, there's probably like 12. Once you get to the top of the mountain, there's like probably 12 or so, 10 or 12 flights of stairs on the actual tower. I got up the first three, and I stopped, and I was like, I think this is as high as I'm gonna go. and went back down.
Oh
Uh,
man. Yeah, yeah, you guys said it was pretty steep too.
yeah, it was very steep, and the stairs aren't like connected, so like there's gaps in between them.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
that makes it scary. And it was super windy that day, and you're at the top of the hill. So the wind felt even stronger. We were shaking
Yeah.
a little bit, and I'm terrified of heights. Are you, how are you with heights? I feel like you wouldn't have done this.
And now I don't like plane rides and whatnot. I'm good with like when
Yeah.
I'm enclosed in something, but when I'm dangling or feel like nothing's
Yeah.
holding me, I can't do heights. Can't do
Yeah.
it.
You wouldn't have liked this because I did not like it. It was like, it was really cool. I ended up going up there with Julia because she's like just unafraid of that. So she's scared of walking through a little path because she's worried about animals. But she was not terrified of heights at all. She just cruised right up it. And yeah, I felt super vulnerable because the wind was shaking me and you're up super high. Oh man, definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without her. But as soon as we got up there, I was like, all right, Julia, take this video, take some pictures quick, and let's get down right now.
Did you guys have the dog Molly with you?
So the first time I went up it, I took her up the first flight of stairs, and I
Hmm.
realized right away I wasn't going to be able to do that because one,
Yeah.
she can't walk up it herself because she'd fall through, and then
Hmm.
two, I realized I'm definitely going to need both hands to hold onto the railings as I go up and down because they were very steep steps. So
Yeah.
um, I took her back down, waited for the rest of the crew to get up the mountain or the hill, whatever,
Yeah.
and went up without her. Yeah.
Yeah, the first hike that everyone did together, it was like a it was like a 3 hour hike. And we had Molly with us, and oh man, she was having fun. She was pulling you on that on the leash, but there was some times where I was like, okay, we gotta carry the dog.
Uh-huh. Yeah. She had another one, just no fear. Molly, our little dog, she's a cockapoo. She's 9 years old. Um, we live in Florida now, and every time we take her out, she's like, it seems like she has no stamina at all, but I think it's just because of the heat. Because when we got to Wisconsin and we were hiking, she loved it. She was pulling
Mhm.
us, leading the pack. She loved it. So yeah, that was really cool to see.
Yeah, the AC dog, everyone kept saying the
Yeah.
AC dog.
Yep. She's definitely a Wisconsin puppy. she
Hmm.
likes she likes that. It was perfect weather that day. Like when it was hot, it was maybe 80 degrees. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, she was cruising. It was a little scary certain points because you're just like there's a little pathway and then it's just a cliff and falls off. So that part was a little scary, but
Yeah.
anything that had a lot of room for her, she loved it. She was cruising.
Yeah, she was. She was cruising.
Yeah. What was your favorite part, you think?
Um, well, my not favorite part was burning the biscuits, that's for sure, on the campfire. Um, but now, what was my favorite part? I think if my favorite part, uh, I think was the night we were by the campfire and chatting. We did catchphrase and um, talked about the good old days and how much Brennan beat on Gus all the time. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I love when we get to make fun of Gus. It's probably the best thing we do. Remember talking with the walkie-talkies?
Yes, the walkie-talkies are good. We, so yeah, so Elliot when well I mean before we were joking around with them, Elliot went out because we were testing how far the walkies could go, and Corey, my mom uh, had the other walkie, and so Gus is going out and we're chatting and whatnot. And then Elliot was saying just some gibberish or whatnot. And then Corey just kept saying, "Can you repeat that?" And so,
Oh yes, he
and
was.
so, and so Elliot was like going and kept going, and then we stopped answering. So he's like, "Can you guys hear me? Are we still good?"
Oh yeah, that was the best. That was the funniest part because he was being like really serious. He was exploring and like telling us where this
Where
path
he's
led.
at.
It was
Yep.
this long explanation, and I go to Corey. I was like, "Tell him to repeat that." It was so funny.
Yep, that was good. But yes, the walkies would when we were whispering some stuff to each other from from one side of the camper to the other, that was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
they didn't get they didn't get these for that. They got them to like actually be useful and use them when we're at different campsites. No, we were like sitting across from each other, just whispering BS to each other, making fun of Elliot. Much better,
Yeah.
much better use for him.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I think that was probably my favorite part too. The hiking was
Hmm.
a lot of fun, but I did have to worry about Molly the whole time, which is kind of annoying. So
Yeah.
yeah, whenever we're all hanging out, joking around, playing games, that's the best.
Hmm. Yeah, and on our camping trips, someone has to make a meal, and this is 2 years in a row for me that I have not had what Brendan and Julia made. So, did you guys make something on this trip?
Spoiler alert: we didn't make anything on either trip.
Oh, you lucked out?
Yeah, well, um, I mean, technically, we made some pudgy pies. If anybody knows what that is, it's like kind of
Mm,
like you're doing
that doesn't count.
s'mores. I know it
Yeah,
doesn't
that
count at
doesn't.
all, but that's about the only thing we made on this trip.
Oh man.
We got lucky. There wasn't a lot
Yeah.
going on after like kind of like half of our group left on Wednesday and we were there for 2 other days. One day we went and visited my sister in Rochester, so we didn't really cook around the campsites. And
Yeah.
then Friday was the last day, so we kind of just had breakfast and started packing up. So wasn't
Hmm.
really a chance for us to do it after
Yeah.
you guys left, I should say. So
Yeah. Yeah.
got away
I
with it.
gotcha.
Next year,
You
round
did.
3, we got to find a way.
What did you guys make last year?
Nothing.
You didn't make
We did.
anything last year?
No, I didn't. I don't think we knew about it ahead of time. I don't know. Did you know about it ahead of time?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I definitely didn't. And so we didn't bring anything. We could have made something, but we didn't prepare for that.
All right. Well, Dan and Corey listening to this is some BS. This is some BS. I'm not making nothing next year. I'm not making nothing.
Dan and Corey, that whole make everybody has to make something was a terrible rule. I say we cancel it now. Next year, nobody makes anything except for you guys because you're the best.
Yeah.
We love you, we appreciate you, and we like your cooking, even though Corey, you tend to burn things, but you've gotten a lot better at that.
I'm just the kid that always likes to burn stuff because I grew up on
Yeah,
it.
we grew up on it. And if it wasn't burnt, if she wasn't burning something, she was starving us. Let's be honest.
Yes. I need to show everyone the photo uh, of Corey with we were on Zoom and she had made grilled cheese for herself that night and she absolutely scorched one side of and she showed it on the camera. I'm like, "Oh my goodness. You straight up burnt it, girl."
Yeah. I did that with one of my pudgy pies. But in my defense, it's a lot harder to figure out when those are done. No.
Did you eat it?
Oh yeah. It actually didn't
Oh,
taste
yeah.
bad either.
That's good.
I made a little like pizza pudgy pie and it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Corey, I feel like you've gotten a lot better. So we're just joking. Don't kill us.
We love you guys very much, but I'm not cooking nothing next year. Absolutely nothing.
Me either.
I will wait until Brennan spoon feeds me next year. That's what's going to happen.
That means none of us are eating. Yeah. Yeah. Fun trip. Anything else you want
Yeah,
to
it
talk
was good.
about?
I feel like we got to talk about something else. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's not long enough for all the mountain faces out there.
Right. We did miss a week, but let's do this. I thought we'd try a new segment just for fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna play 20 questions. I'm
Oh,
gonna be
yes,
thinking.
yes.
I'm gonna be thinking of something. Wyatt's got to guess it. He's got 20 questions to do so. Let's see if he's got it. Make your
I
bets
haven't
now.
played
Place your
20
bets.
questions in who knows how long. I haven't played it since I was 10.
These are the things we would do on car rides to baseball games and stuff. Like I feel like, especially with
Oh,
Brett.
yeah.
Remember that? I feel like
Yes, yeah.
we'd always play 20 questions. Things like
Yeah, we
that.
had the
So
app, right?
yeah. Yeah. So
That's
it's
true.
gonna
We
be
did play that. Yeah.
a person, place, or a thing, and you gotta guess and try and figure it out. You ready?
Okay. Yes.
All right. Somehow I gotta track how many guesses you've done. Or how many questions you've done. All right.
I have 20 questions, but if
Yeah.
I'm cheating, I've got 21 questions.
Yeah, we'll see how many it takes. All right, I got it. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay. Is it a person, place, or thing?
Well, technically, there's just supposed to be yes or no questions, Wyatt. So,
What? What do you
yeah,
mean?
bro.
So
Yes or
I
no?
gotta say, is it a person and then is it a place or is it a thing? And if it's a
Yes.
thing and that's my third question, you're gonna knock me three questions right there? Are you kidding me?
All right, fine. Fine. I will tell
Just
you
okay.
the answer. It is a person.
I was like,
One
what the
question.
heck is this?
All
Well, I
right.
guess if I would have said, is it a person, then I would have only had one question. So
Yep.
we'll go with one question. I've got 19 more. Is it Haley Steinfeld?
Wrong.
Dang it. Really thought
Eight,
it was gonna be. That's
18 more.
two. Is it a celebrity?
No.
Hmm.
Sort of. I don't know.
Well, that's
No.
not a yes or no.
I'll say no. I feel like you need to ask more questions, try and figure out why I'm saying
I
that.
guess we need to figure out what your definition of celebrity is.
Yeah. You'll see why if you get it right. You'll see why.
I'm gonna blow away all my questions. I feel like I'm the person that's like doing the wishes with the genie and like the genie's just like there's your
Yeah, you're
three.
just wasting wishes and he's just like, "Yep, I'm doing
Here
it."
you go. Here you go. Okay, that was question two. So I'm on number
No.
three.
That was 3, isn't it?
No. Oh yeah, it's three. I forgot.
Yeah.
Um,
Cheater.
okay. So it's not Haley Steinfeld. It is a person, and the person
May
is not a celebrity.
may or may not be a celebrity, sort of. I don't know.
Uh, Everyone listening, how am I supposed to win with that answer? How am I supposed to win?
Well, start by asking more questions.
Um, has this individual been in a movie or TV show?
You can't do that. Yes or no question. So, I mean, I can say yes.
Yeah. Okay, movie.
No.
It's probably a freaking TV show. That's probably one. Uh, is it a boy or a girl?
Yes or no?
Yes or no?
It is a boy or a girl. I don't know. You have to ask
Oh,
which one.
man. Dang it. All right. I asked that question so seriously too.
I
It's
know.
like I was all in on. Okay. Is it a boy?
Yes.
Okay.
So that was
Uh,
5, I think.
probably 20 already. Okay. Uh, you're not so bad at this. Is it? It's a boy. So is
Hmm.
he? Did we talk about him at all during the camping trip?
No.
Okay. Um, have we talked about him frequently?
No.
Okay. Has he been on a TV show?
Yes.
Okay. Um, how many questions am I at?
That was 8.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Good.
is he in your top 5 list of TV shows?
Well, we haven't done it's not in the sitcoms one.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
So
Episode
no.
1.
No.
Okay. I wish we were doing this live. I'd be like, hey, what questions should I ask? Because I have no idea.
Ask the audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Come up with one more question and then I'll give you a little hint.
oh, I get to hit the hint button?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Well, because that's like halfway through. Because I'm at my
Um,
10th question.
yeah, you'll be at your 10th and I feel
Yeah.
like you're struggling, so no, it's harder
Uh,
because we'd always play as a group. Now the pressure's all on you.
true. I don't even know. I don't
All right.
even know where to
All right.
go.
Then I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It can be real person or fictional. You never asked.
Uh, so now I've got to blow another question to get the hint.
No, that is your hint. So, aka he's fictional.
Oh, I don't even
A
have to.
a
Okay, cool.
character.
Is this character a Disney character?
No. And I'm
Ooh,
giving that hint as a question. So, bang bang. You're at 11 now.
that's dumb. That's so dumb. Look at this. I'm the cheater over here. I'm not a cheater.
I make
That
the
guy
rules.
is. Um, okay. Is this heathen? Um, is he live action or no, we can't say or. Is he uh is he animated?
No.
Hmm. Hmm. Is he in Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Dang
Is he
it.
yeah. Is he Jon Snow?
No.
Okay. Um, well, yeah, I guess because he's a celebrity. So
Well,
the
that's why it was kind of hard to figure out because it's a TV character.
is he in all the seasons?
No.
Does he die?
Yes.
What season? I'm
I was
just
gonna say that doesn't
kidding.
narrow it down too much. Everybody dies
I
in that
know.
show.
I know.
No, that's a good question.
Spoiler.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, so he is not in all the seasons,
Correct. You're at
and he
16
dies.
questions. Yep.
I'm at 16, so I have 4 more.
Yeah.
Is he a part of one of the houses?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
You should have probably picked a
Narrow it
house.
down. I know. I was thinking about it, but then I'm like, well, maybe I'll luck and he's from Essos or something.
That was so funny. You're like, sweet.
Great. That doesn't help. Um,
3 questions left.
um, is he Sir Jorah Mormont?
Nope. Bold strategies to start guessing. Bold strategy.
I started guessing on
Number
question
2.
2.
Is it Haley Steinfeld?
Smart. You didn't pick that person. Smart. Um,
Yeah, that would have been real stupid on my part.
I would
Let's pick 20 questions. I'm going to pick Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah. Um, the individual died. Was not. Is it Rob Stark?
No. By the way, I guess we're going to have to put a spoiler warning on this because we're talking
I
about
know.
everybody who died.
Who died? 2 more questions.
That was
Um,
19, but I'll give you that one back that I gave you a hint on. So yeah, 2
okay,
more.
perfect. I was about to ask what season. Yeah, that doesn't count.
What season? Yes.
Dang it. There's so many freaking people that died. It's stupid.
I'll give you.
I'm gonna say, is it House Stark? You're gonna say no. And I'll be like,
I'll
oh,
give
okay,
you.
great. There's 6 other houses.
Yeah. I'll give you another little hint. I'll narrow
Okay.
down the houses.
Yeah.
It's between House Baratheon and House Lannister.
Okay. I can't remember the freaking names. I know it's not Joffrey because that's too easy. Or is it? I'm just kidding. Don't answer. Um, what's the is it Tormund?
Is that a legit one?
Yeah.
Is that your legit question? No.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, one more question, and then you might have to take a guess.
So was the hint that they're a part of both houses, or it could be one or the other?
It could be one or the other.
Is it the Fat King, Robert Baratheon?
No. That's it.
I failed.
You failed.
What is it?
One last guess. One last guess.
That's not in every freaking season
Not in every season, and he dies.
and died. And could be in House Lannister or Brett. Robert's younger brother.
No, it was Joffrey, bro. You had it.
Are you serious? That's
Yeah.
so dumb.
I
That
wanted
was
to
so
pick.
easy.
I wanted to pick something like not super hard, but not super easy either.
I freaking knew
So
it.
I made it a
freaking knew it.
fictional person, and you had it, and you blew it. Yeah. Yeah.
Done.
Peace out.
Stupid. Okay. Is it my turn now or what?
No, I mean, if you want to, we could. If you have one. Otherwise, we could do
Well,
next episode.
we're probably gonna have to edit like all of this because
That's all right. We'll edit out all your pauses.
yeah, all 50 of them.
Dang, you had it. Only
I don't
took
want to
2 hints.
wait.
All right, fine.
I
Let's do
know.
it right now. Let's go.
Okay, fine. I gotta think of someone though, because I wasn't planning this. That was good. You're good. Did you plan this in the car ride yesterday?
No, not in the car ride yesterday. In the car ride today,
Hmm.
though,
Yeah.
while we were driving to a
While you were
restaurant.
jumping the car?
Yeah, and then right after had to jump the car.
Okay. Um, I'm ready.
All
I got
right.
it. I'll just off the bat, we'll do hint number one. It's a person.
Okay, it's a person.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
That
keep
doesn't
track
count
of?
as a question.
Are you gonna keep track of how many guesses?
Yes.
Okay. Is this person real?
Yes.
As
And he's kind of. No, he's real. He's real.
okay. So is the person real? Yes.
Yes.
Is it a man?
Yes.
Is the man an actor?
Yes.
Is the man primarily in movies?
No.
Interesting. Is the man known more for comedy?
Uh, yes.
Is the man in one of your top 5 sitcoms?
No. But could be eventually.
Okay, interesting. You made sure that I know who it is, right?
I mean, that's a question.
Oh man, I might not know who it is. Um, but it's a real person known more for comedy, primarily not primarily in movies, so TV shows. Mm. Is this man um over the age of 30?
Yes.
Okay. I have a dude, but now I'm not sure if it's him.
Want to guess?
No. Is his show on cable TV as opposed to like streamer like Netflix? Other
Mm,
Was it originally on cable TV? Not sure.
no, I'm not sure.
Okay. It's currently on a streaming platform.
Yes.
Okay. Is it a sitcom?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yes.
So like shorter ish episodes.
Yes.
I still have no idea. How many questions is that? I need a hint.
You. Oh yeah, yeah. That was your 10th question.
Ooh, perfect.
I gotta think of a. The individual is on um Hulu.
Hulu. The one I normally never watch.
How did I know?
Let's see. Trying to think of what's on Hulu right now. Is it a new show? Like it started in the last 2 years?
No.
Is this a very popular actor?
Um, Probably not.
Okay. He said he's over 30. Okay. 1 second.
He's going to check out Hulu. That's what he's doing right now. Pay attention, everyone. He's the cheater. I am not.
I am not a cheater.
Oh God.
Julia
Oh,
Yes.
phone a friend?
called in some backup. Okay.
I-
Lame.
That's okay.
Okay.
Hey, do I have a friend over here? Hey, do I have a friend?
She can't hear.
Who can I pick? The light switch? The light
She
switch
can't-
over here? Who
She
do I
can't
get to
hear
pick?
anything that you can say, so that's good.
Perfect.
I feel like that's not fair.
All right, we're playing 20 questions.
Okay.
It is a actor, is a male. They're primarily on TV shows, not movies. Over 30. His show is on Hulu. What other questions did I ask?
Okay, wait, repeat.
Actor, male, over 30, TV shows. Mainly, like, more known for comedy. Show is on Hulu.
And the
Okay.
show is not 2 years old.
And the show is not within 2 years old.
Am I supposed to guess?
You can help me. I'm lost.
Have you guessed any yet?
No. Do you know any shows? Well, I've had guesses, yeah, but
Is it gonna be something obvious? Is it Jason Sudeikis?
no.
It's not within the last 2 years?
No,
It's an
No.
actor over 30.
it's not in his
Comedy.
top 5 sitcoms. So no.
Oh,
So,
I missed that
wait,
part.
what was it?
Okay.
What was the question?
We didn't say anything. Nothing. Scratch.
That is not the final answer. um,
You said, is it obvious? The answer to that is no.
He said no to obvious because he's a jerk. He makes it too hard.
you can't ask any other questions?
No, you can ask questions.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how many we got left, but
You are
It's primarily
about to say
it's
your
primarily
14th.
TV shows.
Your 14th.
it's primarily what?
This is not a question to you, Wyatt. This is a question. This is a discussion amongst the. He's mainly in TV shows.
Yeah.
Has he been in movies?
Has he been in movies?
Hold on. Hold that thought. Let me check.
Oh, so it's not a very like. God, you're making this too hard. I gotta look up Hulu.
No.
That's
what I-
cheating. Did he?
No,
No, then don't.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm still lost. I never watch Hulu.
Oh shoot.
Yes.
Oh, many? Give us
No.
No. Okay, no. Shit.
Many what?
Many movies.
He is?
No, he's not. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can't hear. No, he's not in. He has been in movies. He has been in at least one for sure.
Okay.
I don't know about how many more, but
Not many.
is it a reality TV show? No.
No.
Okay.
That's another question.
That
I
was
know.
15.
All right, can we get a second hint?
The actor is also a artist.
Ooh, the actor is also an artist.
Oh,
And not a painting artist, but a musical
Okay.
artist.
I have an idea.
Yep.
Is it Lil Dicky?
Is
Is it really? Man, I should have said that earlier because that's like the only show I watch on Hulu.
You watch it? You see
Yeah.
Dave?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good joke. It's pretty funny.
Little Dicky, Dave Bird. Oh
That
my
show is
God.
hilarious.
I
It
should
is
have
very
said it
funny.
earlier. I was like, I don't think he's going that route. I don't think it is. But
That
We've
was a
never
good
talked
one.
about it, so that's why.
I know. That's why you were like, I don't know. Like you knew I knew who he was, but you're not sure if I knew him as an actor.
And it had 3 seasons starting in 2020. So
Yeah. I understand why all of your answers were like, I don't know. Yeah.
yeah. So not under 2 years. He's like borderline 30. So I was
Yeah, I
like,
know.
I don't know.
All my questions were like right on the line.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's
Well,
good.
Julia,
Good stuff.
thanks.
You're so welcome. I did not help whatsoever. But thanks for having me on the show.
I'm
Happy
glad
to be here.
I'm glad you said it. Not me. All right.
All right. Peace.
We're gonna have her edit later.
We're gonna have her edit later.
Oh man. All
That
right.
was
Cool.
lame. I should have said Joffrey. That was stupid.
Yeah, you had it. I was like, oh. Dang. You're 0 for 1. I'm 1 for 1. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna be doing some research next time. You will
You're
have
come
no
up with-
idea.
You're gonna come up with someone, the most obscure person of all time.
Yeah, like David Hasselhoff.
Yeah. If you do anybody old, I'm not gonna know.
That was
Yeah.
good. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. That was a little harder than I thought it would be, but we used to play with more people, so that makes sense.
And we used to play with that app, and the app would always get it right.
Yeah. That you can do that with Siri or not Siri, Alexa. Have you ever played with Alexa?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called, like Akinator, I think.
Mhm.
But you can think of something and it'll do that. And it's not 20 questions specifically, but
Yeah.
it goes until it figures out who you're thinking of. It's really good. It's accurate.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
Interesting.
Smart. Yeah. All right. But that was fun. I think we should wrap it up, though.
Yep. Yeah,
All
we've
right.
been on here for a bit.
We went from, this episode's going to be a little short to, oh my God, what the heck?
20 questions.
20 questions we've realized takes 30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll do it for episode 4. Hope you guys enjoyed. We had a lot of fun. Make sure to check us out on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Subscribe everywhere. Follow us everywhere. Keep a lookout on our Instagram. We'll be posting more videos, hopefully, of our camping trip. And leave a rating, leave comments, interact with us, all that good stuff. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. See you, Wyatt.
See ya. See ya, Mountain Faces.
Take it easy, Mountain Faith.